So morning everyone. We are starting with a fresh topic today, that is tenses. So as I have just discussed, application oriented paper. Even in future, whatever exam you will be taking, they will all be application oriented. So nothing that you have learned by heart is going to come to your head. Learning formulas is important. Periodic table in chemistry is important. Valency, important. But how do you apply that? Situation. They give you a situation, so you must know which formula to be applied here. That is the most important thing. Situation is given and you do not know what is the formula involved and what kind of derivation or solution is required for this, then you won't be able to get anywhere. It is the same with English grammar when it comes to tenses especially. Application, applied grammar. That is what the grammarians call applied grammar. What is applied grammar? Applying. Application. Putting the formula into the use. If you get this one, cracking a bank exam, railway exam, IAS, IPS, all these exams will be easy. Because competitive examinations, they focus on this, not what you have learned by heart. Remember, application is going to come to your head. 3 tenses today. We have already discussed these tenses, but still we will go over them. Because we have to be familiar regarding the use. You must know how to use it. Present simple. Subject plus V1 is a formula. When it comes to he, she, it, you add es or s with the main verb. He usually works in the kitchen every morning. This is something he does every day as a part of his schedule. That is a schedule. So he is working. He works every day. It's a kind of what to say, habitual action. If I may put it in a very clear way, habitual action. Every day, you do that, every day, at a particular time, specific time. At 5 a.m. in the morning, I take a walk. If you have the habit of walking and you do that daily, so what happens? You use the present simple. He usually works in the kitchen every morning, but he has been working in the kitchen since morning. Look at the difference. This is present perfect continuous. And this is simple present. When you describe a habitual action that you do every day, which is part of your schedule, present simple. But here the context, situation is something different. He started the work in the morning and he has been working since morning. Which means the action is still continuing. Started work, continues. The effect of the action is still felt. The result of the action or the effect of the action is still felt. So he started work in the morning. He is still working. So I say he has been working in the kitchen since morning. Any action which started in the past and is continuing up to the present is written in present perfect tense. I repeat, any action which started in the past and is still continuing is used or is written in the present perfect continuous tense. So, you started studying in this school long back. Another example. Got admission in your LKG and you are still continuing your studies. So I have been studying in this school since 1995. Since 1999. Point of time and period of time. Keep these two things in mind. One is the point of time and the other one is the period of time. For point of time, we use since. For a period of time, we use for. So if you get a question like this, I have been working in this school since 3 months. And then the drop. Because 3 months comes in a period. It comes under the category of a period. Because nothing is said about the names of the months. Have I been working here since January? I mean, which are the 3 months? January, February, March, or April, May, June. Which are the months? Not clearly mentioned. Not clearly mentioned. So since it is not clearly mentioned, you use the preposition for. I have been working here for the last 3 months and I am still continuing. Get the point? I've been working here for the last 3 months. Last 3 months. I have been working here for 2 years. I have been teaching English for 3 months. Any kind of period which is not specifically mentioned will take the preposition for. For is used for a period of time. I have already said this. It has been discussed. Period of time, for, and point of time, since. What do you mean by point of time? Specific. I have been working here since 1999. 1999 is a particular year. Specific, numeral, definite, numeral, adjective. So I have been learning English since Monday last. Monday, specific date. Since Monday. Since 1999. Since August. Since morning. Since afternoon. Since last night. Any part of the day will take the preposition since. But any uncertain period of time will take the preposition for. So, if I may put it in another way, for is used for a period of time and since is used for a point of time. Clear? Present perfect continuous. We use these two prepositions. One is for and another one is since when we construct sentences. So coming back, he usually works in the kitchen every morning is something he does every day, present simple. Here, I am talking about a particular situation, not the usual habit. He has been working in the kitchen since morning. He has been working in the kitchen since 5 o'clock. He has been working in the kitchen since last night. He has been working in the kitchen since last January. So it's going to be 1 year now. In this context, this is what is known as application, use. This is what is known as use. So here, the usage has to be kind of understood properly. You have to be tough. Exercises will help you do that. So, present simple. Now, let's come to this one. Present perfect. The formula is subject plus has or have plus V3. Subject plus has or have plus V3. So, what is used? Past participle is used. You must know the 4 forms of the verb. Every verb has 4 forms. Present, past, past participle, present participle. And S or ES with the third person singular. You must know this structure. You must know this structure. If you don't know this, you won't be able to write correct sentences. That is why you are making mistakes. When I ask you to write a paragraph or when you are asked to write a story, mix up. You mix up all the tenses. You must know. If you are going to write in the simple past, then use the simple past. If you are going to write using the simple present, then use the simple present correctly. Once upon a time, there was a tortoise and a rabbit or a hare. Simple past. Because you are talking of something which happened in the past. So, aware, be aware of the context, be aware of the situation. It is such sentences which test your ability in future. So they will give you a wrong situation. I mean the situation, but a wrong tense. Once upon a time, there is a rabbit and a horse. Where is the mistake? find that small mistake in the question paper if you are not thorough with the context and the situation. Context and the situation. Must be thorough with that. It is the smaller things that test you, not the bigger things in the competitive exam. Be it physics, chemistry, math, sort, whatever it may be. It is the basics which pose a challenge, not the big things that you study. So, if you fail to see that he is there, you won't be able to detect the error in the sentence. 1 mark gone. Okay, so be careful. We were talking about present perfect. What do you use this tense for? Why do we use this tense? You call it as a present perfect, but the action is a past one. Funny. Isn't it? I have written on the blackboard. My action is finished. It's over. I've written on the blackboard. But I call the tense as present perfect. Present perfect should be present tense in the sense something which is happening now or something which usually happens. But you call the tense as present perfect, but you write the past action. English is a very strange language. You understand? Very strange language. You write something and you mean something. That is English. Because English has no identity of its own. Just as Hindi or Sanskrit or Tamil has. It's a borrowed language. Okay. So, why do I use this present perfect tense? I use this present perfect tense to talk about an action completed recently. This word holds a lot of meaning. I use the present perfect tense to talk about or to discuss an action which has just been completed. I have placed the chalk on the desk. I have placed. I did it just a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago. So, in order to talk about the completion of the immediate past, present perfect talks about an immediate past. Connect this all the time. Whenever you think of present perfect, think of the immediate past, not the distant past. I placed the chalk on the desk 10 minutes ago. Distant past. Distant past. 10 minutes ago. Specific. I have placed the chalk, piece of chalk on the table just now. 10 minutes ago is a distant past. Just now is an immediate past. You must be able to identify, distinguish the difference. If you understand the difference, understanding present perfect is easy. Got the point? He has just entered the classroom. Present perfect. I entered the classroom at 7:45. You cannot say I have entered the classroom at 7:45 because now it is already 8:15. So 7:45 is a long past. Distant past. Over. So you must say I entered the classroom at 7:45. Clear. When the adverb of time is given, use the simple past. When you have done something just now, use the present perfect. Clear? I have completed my lesson just now. Or I have discussed a rule just now. Immediate past. So, subject plus has or have. Here again you must take care. Many students don't take care. He have come to class. What does this he have come to class? It should be he has come to class. Because he takes the present, helping verb has the present singular. Another major problem, basic problem with the students is they are still not aware of the persons and the personal pronouns. You don't know the personal pronouns and therefore you do not know where to use have and where to use has. Third person singular, he, she, it. Or any name. Roshan, Rashid, John, Peter, Mohit, whatever the name may be. Any third person will take this helping verb has. Other than the third person singular, we will use have. Use. I'm coming to that again and again. I'm hitting on that word again and again, use. Because it is the usage that will make you write correct sentences. So they have come to class. All of them have come to class today. Present perfect, have is used because third person plural. He has not come, but the rest. Okay, the rest have come. Rest of the boys have come, but he has not come. See how it is used. Have and has. Difference between have and has. Difference between the present simple and the present perfect continuous tense. Difference between the simple present and the present tense, present perfect tense. These are the things that you have to be thorough with. If you are not thorough, you cannot write any essay, you cannot write a report, writing a notice becomes impossible, and you will be making mistakes again and again and again. So, English is just as important as any other subject. Be it physics, chemistry, science, biology, whatever branch of science it may be. This is equally important. Why? This is the language that is going to accompany you throughout your life. Even if you go to college, you cannot escape this language. You have to write everything in English. Nobody, I think, would be able to or would be willing to study BSc Physics in Hindi. You cannot just learn physics in Hindi. You cannot just learn chemistry in Hindi. Can't learn biology in Hindi. I mean, it's not impossible, but it is not preferred because for further studies, it is the English language that comes to you. All the great books, reference books, anything that you are going to use will be in English, not in Hindi. Hindi is my mother tongue, that is a different thing. I love it, I respect it, honor it. It is there in my blood, that is a different context. But as far as the application is concerned, it is English that comes and stares at you. You're going for your PhD, you're going for your MPhil, going for your presentation of a paper, going for an interview. You cannot escape this language because your career is associated with this. Your future is associated with this. And for that you must need this. You need this. You have to. Understand? Clear? Okay, present perfect, present simple, present perfect continuous tense. Universal truth is always expressed in present simple. Any universal truth. I have no place here, but just remember, universal truth. Gold is a shining metal. Is comes there. Is the main verb. There is no main verb there. I say the one is used, but not necessarily in all the sentences. There might be sentences where you don't find the main verb, but the helping verb takes the place and plays the role of the main verb. He is a lazy boy. He works as a main verb. They are very punctual to the class. Are main verb. Punctual is an adjective. No main verb. So in the place, in the absence of the main verb, the helping verb acts as a main verb. So you must know the primary auxiliaries. We started the class long back. I was discussing the kinds of verbs and all that. If you remember, if you had attended the class, you will know. So, is, am, are, was, were, they are the fundamental verbs which help you to write sentences. They are known as primary auxiliaries. Be verbs. They are known as be verbs. Now, if I may ask you to write 10 sentences using the be verb, I am 100% sure not everyone will be able to get through the test. Not everyone will be able to pass. Because still you are struggling. And that is the problem area. So you have to be aware of this problem area and get the problem out, solve the problem out. Don't just be committing the same mistake throughout your life. There has to be a point of time in your life where you have to reduce the mistakes. Clear? So, universal truths used in the simple present tense. So you say gold is a shining metal. If you say gold has been a shining metal, that doesn't make sense. Universal truths are always written in present simple. You have to keep this in mind. Any kind of fact, any fact is used or is written or expressed in the present simple. Any fact, scientific fact. Wood floats on water. Wood has been floating on water. No. Wood floats on water. It doesn't change. It remains a truth. And a scientific truth is always a truth. There are millions of stars in the galaxy. There are millions of stars in the galaxy. Are is the main verb here. And it is to be said in the present simple only. It has to be said in the present simple only because it is a universal truth. Simple sentences. And your actions with the body. You have eyes, you have ears, you have nose. They have their own purpose. Okay? They serve their own purpose. I see with my eyes. That is correct. You don't say I am seeing with my eyes. I walk with my legs. Universal truth. It is a kind of purpose of the legs to walk. Oh? Or I kind of practice football every morning and I kick the ball with my legs. Longer sentence. So any function of the body is generally expressed in present simple. I hear with my ears. Okay? I smell with my nose. I feel with my skin. I taste with my tongue. All functions of the body. Present simple. Then there are some kind of verbs which are used with present simple only. This is another important thing. Some verbs are generally used with present simple. What are those verbs? Expect, for example, is one. We expect the schools to reopen somewhere in the month of February. We expect. We are expecting the schools to reopen is also correct, but the word expect is used more in the present simple. I agree with what you say. Not I am agreeing with what you say. Yes, I understand and I agree. So when I ask you a question, for example, do you understand what I am teaching? Do you understand? That is correct. Are you understanding? No. Some verbs are not meant to be used in a continuous form. They are meant only for the simple present. I hope, this is correct, I hope you have understood me. Or I hope you understand what I am talking. I hope, correct. But in the back exam, they'll give a sentence like this. I am hoping that you understand what I teach, said the teacher. So, A, B, C, D, E, sentence is broken up. Which part of the sentence is wrong? You have to write down. You have to be very quick. 150 questions within half an hour. If you have no knowledge about these basic rules, that part will be left out. So you have to kind of keep all these things in mind in case if you are going to take up any exams, competitive exams in the future. Okay? So, hope, expect, okay? Agree, deny. Opposite of agree is deny. So somebody says something and you say, sorry, I deny that. Somebody is accusing you. Hey, you have stolen my money. I deny your statement. Not I am denying. I am denying? No, I deny. Present simple. Consists. Present simple. Water consists of hydrogen and oxygen. Correct. It's a universal truth. But if you say water is consisting of hydrogen and oxygen, that is wrong. Comprises. This room comprises of 100 students. That means there are 100 students. Believe is another word. I believe in God. I am believing in God. No. I am believing in God is not correct. Anything related to faith, anything related to your belief system is used in present simple. Your belief system. What do I mean by belief system? Your principles. I never tell a lie. That is your belief. Habit. He always tells a lie. Present simple. Not continuous tense. He is always telling a lie. Maybe communicative English, it is accepted. But it is better to use a simple present to talk about the habit of somebody. Better to use a present simple to talk about a habit of somebody. You know, that boy works very hard. He has stood first because he has worked hard. He stood first in the class because he has worked hard, present perfect, okay. You see, he works very, very hard, and that's why he scores good marks all the time. Present simple. Something which he does always, present simple. Something which you do always, present simple. He never compromises with his principles. Never compromises with his principles. Not he is never compromising with his principles. No. Never compromises with his principles. Anything that is related to your belief system. Mohan believes that hard work alone can bring success. Mohan believes. Mohan is believing. No. Mohan believes. You always come late to the class. Why? Correct. You are always coming late to the class. Not acceptable. Not wrong, but not acceptable either. Because your habit. You have the habit of coming late to the class. So you always come late to the class. You always tell lies. You always fail to keep your promise. You never keep your promise. See the use. This is the use. Your character is always discussed in present simple. Oh, that boy, don't believe on him. Don't count on him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. Because he never does what he says. He never does what he says. Isn't simple? Oh, you can believe. You can count on that boy because he does what he says. He means what he says. He keeps his promises. Oh, he is obedient to his parents. He understands the value of money. See, all these are related to your thought process or your belief system. Written in present simple. Okay? Present perfect. Action just over. Immediate past. I have told you several times. This construction is also possible with present perfect. I have told you several times. Several times. I have told you many times not to behave like this. I have told you many times not to do this, but you don't listen. I have told you. Sometimes you see, this have or has can play the role of a main verb. How? Look at this. I have 100 rupees with me. I have 100 rupees with me. I have 100 rupees with me. Where is the main verb here? Which is the main verb? Have is the main verb. Because there isn't any other verb accompanying that have. He has 50 rupees with him. Present simple. He has 50 rupees with him. Present simple. Not present perfect. Don't come to a conclusion since that you have has with the subject. It is present perfect. No. He has done it. This is present perfect. He has completed the work. This is present perfect. Because has plus V3. But he has 50 rupees. Not present perfect. It is a present
Simple.
but has plays the main verb, the role of a main verb. Possession. To talk about anything you have, you use has. This is use. This is the use I'm talking about. Must know the difference. If you don't know the difference, you will be lost. So he has the quality of speaking well. He has the quality, which means he possesses the quality. So anything which somebody possesses is expressed with the help of has. He has crores of rupees with him. Main verb. He has lot of property with him. Main verb. He has no sense of punctuality. Main verb. He has no value of sharing. Main verb. He has committed this mistake several times. Not made this mistake. He's committed this mistake several times. Here he has committed. Simple present or present perfect? Tell me.
Present perfect.
Present perfect. He has committed this mistake. Present perfect or simple present?
Simple perfect.
How is it simple present?
Because last
You don't go by the rule. He has committed. Has plus V3. So what tense is it?
present perfect.
It is present perfect. सोचो दिमाग से right from the start. It's almost like maths. Difference. If you know the difference, you know the use. If you know the difference, you know the use. Simple. Okay. Now, I think it's time. Time over. Okay. So, we'll stop. We'll wind up here. Tomorrow, I will be talking about the passive forms of these tenses. Understood? How to use simple present, how to use present perfect, and how to use the present perfect continuous.